Whiskey Six, whiskey family, bourbon lovers, welcome back. Whiskey Six again. Look what we got. Always a good day, always a fortunate experience to come down and have three Glencairns of bourbon whiskey sitting at the bar ready to go. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to blind. I have the fortunate privilege of being able to blind three of these Elijah Craig barrel proofs. I got B batch from 2021, A batch from 2022, and C batch 921 from 2021. C batch. So these are all barrel proofs. Elijah Craig, Heaven Hill Distillery, Connor O'Driscoll, Master Distiller, Heaven Hill Distillery, Heaven Hill down there in Louisville, Kentucky. Can't wait to get down there. Really looking forward to Heaven Hill, doing the tour down there in May. Hitting that Bar Sound again, Louisville area. Heaven Hill is on the tour list that we'll be doing. Super excited about that. Can't wait to get down there. Still 2 months away though, seems like forever. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and just see if I come up with any differences in these batches. These batches are all pretty, within a year apart. So I just thought it'd be interesting to try this and see if I could nose and taste the difference in these three barrel proof bourbons. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We'll give this one a nose here and see what we come up with. Elijah Craig barrel proof is really, to me, has come a long way in what I really like in bourbon whiskey. So this is exciting. Oh, wow, that smells so good. Nice little fruity expressions there. Definitely getting that oak. Oh, wow. It's gonna be fun. Taste one. Outstanding. Just bourbon at its finest, in my opinion. Very smooth, just a touch of heat. It really checks all the blocks. Elijah Craig barrel proof really checks the blocks for me. I really like a higher proof bourbon. It's got just that little bit of spice and heat, but there's no bitterness in the back end. Very smooth finish. Plenty of charred oak in there. Plenty of the fruity taste that we get. Lots of caramel in that. That's just, it checks all kinds of blocks there. Elijah Craig, for those of you that are watching, a lot of you probably already know, also known as the father of bourbon whiskey, is thought to be the first person to actually age whiskey in charred oak barrels. So the name Elijah Craig, they got some big shoes to fill, and they do a great job with this barrel proof. So get a little rinse here before we go on. All right, number two. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Oh, wow. Yeah, that one's it is different. I can already tell, even though these are close together, within a year apart of bottling, I can already tell the difference. Between 1 and 2, there is a different nose. It's a completely different nose. This one has more leather. This one it has a more of a leather tobacco nose. Oh man, where's that at? What am I getting there? Some red fruit. Definitely some red fruit there. Let's give this a taste. Oh, completely different. Completely different. Not even the same thing. First of all, this one's going up. Okay, we're gonna pull this one back. That one's a little ahead of 2, just for the blast of flavor in that one. It's just got a little bit more sweet, smooth, little bit more spice, very thick tasting. I like that dense flavor. It's a little bit more dense and a little bit more of a pop on the palate than number one. Still finishes very smooth for a barrel proof. These are all, 118 to 120 proof, so they all are going to have a little bit of heat, but it's just a very smooth finish. Very impressed, very good. All right, let's see what we got here on number 3. This nose is completely different again. This doesn't nose, this is the lightest of the noses. This is the, this doesn't have any ethanol, none basically. So this is a very smooth nose on this. Again though, the same similar smells that I was getting off the first two. Tobacco, leather, oak, a little bit of fruit, all comes through there all at the same time. Very, very good. Again, so these two to me, after going through, these two are very similar. Very similar, I believe, in the nose, the palate, and the finish. These two are very similar. This one to me just has a little bit more of a pop with the flavor and the taste. So I'm gonna go back through them just to make sure that that's my final decision, and see what we got, and see which one of these as I decide is the best Elijah Craig barrel proof on the shelf tonight. Back to the front. Oh man, can't go wrong. You just cannot go wrong with that. Yep. Again, caramel, oak, tobacco, tiny bit of leather, very smooth finish, no burn, no bitterness. Absolutely outstanding. Outstanding job. Heaven Hill, kudos. That is good stuff. I'll go back to number 2 here that I was excited about a few minutes ago. Oh man, I'm excited to see what this one is. Now again, nose is just a little bit better. The nose is just a little sweeter, just a little bit more fruitiness coming out of that. Stands out just a little bit more from number 1 again the second time through. Outstanding. Outstanding. Hopefully, whatever that is, hopefully I can find like 5 more bottles of that so I can make sure to have plenty in stock, because that is fabulous. Can't wait to see what that is. That is very, very good. All right, let's go on to number 3 here. You know what the best thing about this is? I'm a big fan of bourbon whiskey. Always have. I've been drinking whiskey for quite some years. I've always been a whiskey person, but this is just fun. This is fun to me. Get to hang out, get to taste multiple different types of whiskey. Very fortunate for that. I have a very fortunate collection that I've been able to try. I've had some really good bourbon in my life, thankfully. It's been, again, very fortunate. So very lucky to have the chance to do all this. This is a great time. Yeah, again, yeah, these, like, it's almost like, I mean, I may be way off, but I feel like 1 and 3 here, I mean, they're pretty close all the way across the board. Nose, palate, finish. Fantastic, fantastic. Finishes very smooth. No roughness to that whatsoever. Very smooth. But again, I think we have our winner. It hasn't changed since the first round. We're going to go. These two are really close. These two are really close. I wouldn't even say there's a second and a third. These are so close on on all three nose, palate, and finish that we're gonna leave those there. It's definitely worth drinking, 100% worth drinking. But this one stands out just a little bit more. Anxious to see what this is. So let's see what we got here. A batch. So this year's A batch was the winner of tonight's blind, which is great because it's just coming out. So look, if you see an A batch Elijah Craig barrel proof on the shelf, it's a no-brainer. I'll be looking for more of those. Again, I can't wait to get back on the hunt and see what we come up with. Looking forward to making another video with y'all. I'd like to see y'all in Bardstown again, May 12th through the 15th. There'll be a few of us doing multiple tours. Can't wait to see all the bourbon lovers out there doing the tours. It's gonna be a great time. Again, this is Whiskey Six. Appreciate y'all's time. I'm out. You have a good night. Thanks again.